Hi guys, today we are going to discuss 10 positive signs that you will actually become super successful. Number 1 is you adopt to change easily. One of the most clear signs that you will become successful in the future is that you adopt to change quickly and easily. This goes for any line of work. If you are a stock trader, you have to adopt to the fluctuating market, and if you are an athlete, you best be prepared for different weather conditions, training requirements, and your hungry opponents coming for your win. Having to adopt requires us to think creatively on a solution to solve the problems we face in an efficient manner. You might have always have had this skill. For example, you might not have found it hard to make friends when moving to a new school, or maybe you seem to be good at anything you try for the first time. Number 2, you hold yourself to high standards. Now, this one can be split into two parts. Number 1, the internal standards you set. Number 2, the confidence and assertiveness you display. Successful people are often their own biggest critics. They expect themselves to achieve the highest level of success, and anything below that is just not good enough. Instead of talking about your goals, you take action to achieve them and lead by example when things get tough. You take yourself seriously and are extremely confident in your own ability, no matter what anyone else thinks about you. You're also not afraid to say it how it is. You can take a joke, but you don't allow people to walk all over you and are arrestive when you need to be. Number 3, you spend a countless amount of time on your craft. The most famous people you know are where they are because they committed their whole life to being the best at what they do. Some even start in their early childhood. It's not always about talking about taking part in that one thing to get better either. For example, a footballer doesn't just play football, they train, learn new skills and tactics, and probably watch the sport in their spare time. It's lifestyle and to some degree an obsession. Although it's not a guaranteed rule, using the 10,000 hour rule will definitely increase your chances of becoming a success. Number 4, you manage stress well. Now you might be thinking, stress? What stress? Successful people have everything they need and nothing ever goes wrong in their life. Well, that's definitely not true. Yes, they might not be struggling to pay their rent each month, nor are they going hungry, but they certainly are in stressful situations each and every day, just a different type. They have to manage people, outwork their competition, and are constantly having to adapt to change. Because of all these stressors, they have to learn how to manage it. It's all about balance of work and self-care, as well as creating a mindset of resilience and mental fortitude. If you can build these, you will be able to handle any situation you are put under. Number 5, you have a vision and set goals to achieve it. Every successful person has a vision, and at times they can seem impossible to even fathom. Elon Musk is a prime example of this. Elon wants to put people on Mars by 2026. Yes, he wants to colonize another planet in the next few years. It doesn't start there though. He's broken down his long term vision into smaller, although huge accomplishments. Short term goals. First, it was building a spaceship, then spending it to space, and finally another trip to space with astronauts on board. So, if you have a long term vision and break that down into more achievable targets, it's a great sign that you will reach your dreams. Did you know that you are significantly more likely to accomplish your goals if you write them down according to this research paper? Number 6, you have a spark and use it to your advantage. No matter whether it be sports, science, or business and entrepreneurship, the most successful people have some sort of special talent or skill in their respected fields. It may be a genetic disposition, some skill that you have had from a very early age, or an attribute that you have acquired over the years. It's that one thing that sets you apart from the rest. One of the great things about this is that it doesn't always come down to the luck of the draw, like we started above. You can acquire this special gift through creating the right habits. Yes, we all have weaknesses, and it is important to try and work on them. However, you will see the most success by polishing out your strengths. A great way to know if this is a sign that you will become successful is that you always get complimented or become known for one thing. It's even more of a significance when people who have already achieved the success that you desire start noticing your potential. Number 7, you take risks and are not afraid of failure. Being successful is all about taking risks, calculated risks. That is, you can look at it like this: you either take risks when the opportunity of succeeding and a chance of failing, or not taking any risks and living the rest of your life with regret. Now, that doesn't mean you going to the casino gambling to a positive sign that you are going to be successful. It's quite the opposite. When we are talking about risks, we mean starting that business that you have always dreamed about but was too afraid of what others might think. It's taking an educated risk on what will you take closer to where you want to be. What if you do fail? You fail forward. You turn your losses into lessons and learn from every mistake you make. Number 8, you have a deep internal motivation. The most successful people in the world are rich, famous, and powerful, yet they never rely, yet they never really stop doing what made them so great. What what is it that makes successful people keep working on their dreams even when they have everything? Yes, money and fame are things that can motivate you to achieving more, but when it comes to the most successful people, they have that in abundance. There seems to be some intrinsic motivation that pushes them even further than the rest. Whether it's led by passion, needs, or a burning desire to prove other people wrong and yourself right, you need something that gives you a spark to carry on. Number 9, you are great at network. Have you ever heard the saying that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with? Well, it's something that we refer to a lot, and although it may not be an exact science, there definitely is some truth to the meaning behind it. If you surround yourself with success, you will become successful. When you see successful people, they are often socializing with other successful people. One example of this is the great relationship between Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. They are practically best friends. One of the main questions here is whether successful people end up connecting with each other, or whether working with others makes you become successful. We believe it's the latter. Think about it. If all of your friends become super healthy by eating right and hitting the gym, you will start to gain these habits yourself. It's like having an accountability partner with a shared interest. Yes, you might not know any successful people yet, but it's about networking with others and growing together as a collective by improving every day. Number 10 is you see things differently. Often, successful people are not the cool kids at school or the one who were expected to do big things. In fact, many of them are quite introverted and happy in their own thoughts. But one thing that is common is that they see things differently. They are always looking at problems in the world, not to moan about them. Instead, they look at ways to fix them or make them better. Businesses like Apple and Nike are known for breaking the status quo instead of trying to sell you their products by telling you about a certain feature that is better than another company's. They sell you the ideas of who you become when buying their products. Thanks for watching the videos and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thanks a lot.